Coal dust settles deep in your lungs after a while. You stop coughing. You just accept it. The air, the darkness, the life. I worked 16 hours a day in the mines of Cholkwang. Every single day. Every man born in that city knew the tunnels. My father aged there. His father before him, breathing dust until there was nothing left to breathe. And then one winter night, 7 of us pressed our bodies flat against the floor of a coal freight car. We heard the iron rod dragging across the outer wall of the cargo hold. A dog barked somewhere outside. The crackle of a radio slipped through the gaps in the metal. In that moment, I had one thought. If they find us, we die. That's fine. Anything is better than going back down into that mine. There were 7 of us in the crew. I was the leader. My name was Kangman, 32 years old. My father had been taken away as a political offender when I was young, and from that day forward, I lived half a step below everyone else. Less ration, less respect. So I learned to stay quiet and invisible. Joelde was 38, the strongest man I had ever seen. His back was wide as a door, and he swung a pickaxe one-handed like it weighed nothing. He didn't talk much, but when things went wrong underground, he was always the first to move. Then the cousins, Junho and Junsok. Brothers, mid-20s. Junho had sharp eyes. Junsok had a sharp mouth. Neither of them was fast at reading a situation, which was sometimes dangerous. And sometimes the only thing that made us laugh. Sokjin had been married 3 months. His wife was pregnant. Before every shift, he would close his eyes and press his hand against the air in front of him, as if touching a belly that wasn't there yet, silently wishing something I never asked about. Byuksu was the old man, 62, long past retirement age, still showing up to the tunnels every morning. Because showing up was the only way to eat. He said the body quits when it quits, not before. And then there was Mungi, 28. He barely spoke. Some days he went the entire shift without a single word. He would sit after work and stare at his coal-blackened hands like they belonged to someone else. Those were my 7. It was November when the ceiling came down. I saw the first small stone fall and I called everyone back. In the mines, a small stone falling means a large one is coming. Everyone moved except Mungi. He was staring at something on the wall. A name scratched into the rock, or maybe just a mark. I grabbed his arm. The ceiling gave way. When the dust settled, Mungi was under the rock. We couldn't get him out. We couldn't call for help either. In that place, when a worker died, the investigation always ended with the workers being blamed. That night I sat in the alley behind the ration station and smoked a cigarette I had picked up off the ground. Joelde came and sat beside me without a word. After a long silence, he spoke quietly. Kangman, the coal freight train that runs Thursday nights. It crosses the border. 2 checkpoints. The guards take 3 minutes per car with the iron rod. I know someone who used to drive it. He told me where the empty space is inside the cargo hold. I didn't say anything for a long time. If they catch us, it's over. Mungi is already over. I had nothing left to say. We told the others one by one. Everyone said yes. Byuksu said yes last, and quietest. My legs are slow. I might not make it. But I want to see you go. Thursday came. 2 in the morning. 6 of us crouched in the brush behind the freight yard. Joelde climbed in first. I went last. The inside of the car was dark and smelled of coal and rust. We squeezed into the hollow between the stacked sacks and pressed ourselves as flat as we could. The train began to move. 20 minutes to the first checkpoint. I counted my own heartbeats because there was nothing else to count. The train stopped. Boots on gravel. 3 guards, maybe more. The iron rod began its sweep. Bang, bang, clang. Getting closer. The dog barked once, twice, then went quiet. A radio crackled. Clear. Move it through. The train rolled forward. I pressed my mouth shut and closed my eyes. The second checkpoint was worse. The train stopped and nothing happened for a long time. That silence was the most frightening thing I have ever experienced. Then the cargo door opened. A flashlight swept the walls. Slowly. Left side, right side, ceiling. It stopped at the stack of sacks directly in front of my face. The iron rod jabbed into the sack. Nothing. Again. Nothing. Clear. The door closed. Dash dash dash. Then the train stopped somewhere it shouldn't have. The door flew open. Multiple flashlights. Voices. Everyone out. Now. Chaolde moved first. He shoved the nearest guard and that was our signal. I kicked the side panel and jumped. The ground sloped hard. I rolled, stood, and ran. Gunshots behind us. I ran into the trees. Branches cutting my arms, rocks catching my feet. The dog was getting closer. We reached a ravine. Below us, water. I jumped without stopping. The cold hit like a wall. I found the bottom, pushed up, started moving toward the far bank. Then I looked back. Byuksu was standing at the edge above us. He wasn't jumping. I'll hold them here. You cross. Come down. Kangman. He said my name gently, the way the old men in the village used to. I've lived long enough. This part is yours. The dog sounds were closing in. I turned around. I crossed the river. 7 went in. 5 came out. Dash dash dash. Some years have passed now. Junho runs a small shop. Junsok works beside him. Sokjin brought his wife over later. Their son was born in a city with clean air and open windows. Chaolde works construction. They say he can carry more than anyone on the site. I still dream about the mine sometimes. The dust, the flickering lamp, Byuksu standing at the edge of that ravine. In the dream he always says the same thing. Go. Don't look back. I wake up and open the window and breathe the morning air. We carry the ones who didn't make it. That's the only way to keep going. Mungi. Byuksu. I haven't forgotten. Dash dash dash. If you were standing at that ravine, what would you have done? Leave your answer in the comments.